I don't know why, but lately been having car working on anxiety. I feel like I'm gonna mess something up. I feel like it's not gonna go back together, which I don't know why. This should be a simple job compared to things I've done in the past, but it's been so many months since I've worked on cars. It's just like, just gotta get back in the groove, start small, and just prove to myself that I can do this. Initially, this video was supposed to be doing the mechatronic solenoid and seals, but unfortunately I got the car up in the air, realized my car's all-wheel drive. There's a couple extra steps that I may have forgot about, and I decided I'm just gonna wait till I can get this thing on a hoist. So in the meantime, I got an oil filter housing gasket replacement kit. No oil cooler on this one, so it's gonna make this job just a little bit easier. And I also got 3.5 bar map sensor, which I did try to install before on the intake manifold, which is not where that goes. It actually goes down in the charge pipe underneath this cone, which is gonna have to come off anyways for today's job. So might as well throw this in and retune the car while we're already taking it apart a little bit. I took a bunch of the plastics out of here. In the process, I found that these filters are filled with all sorts of needles and leaves, and I dropped a ton of regret down there. Also starting to see that I might need to do my valve cover gasket soon. The whole damn inlet is getting covered in oil down here. Originally thought that might have been from this, which I cleaned off a little bit during my last oil change about a month ago. No soot's really coming back there. These things are nightmares, man, but you gotta love them. I might as well note that I really haven't worked on this car since I've uploaded last. 5-6 months without any real maintenance besides an oil change, and seems to be doing all right. Got the intakes out. Got some oil down here from who knows what or where. Get a better look in there once we get this intake manifold loosened up a bit, which I think is the next step. Or I could start working on these. Really, this bolt is the one I'm the most concerned about. I went to Harbor Freight. I got these wrenches that I gotta keep out of the sun because they'll melt otherwise. And they're not really the right shape, but it grips on there. Radiator fan might have to come out. Fortunately, my belly pan's held on by hopes and dreams, so I'm just gonna do that. I can see the bolts right up there. Let's get this long Johnny. Might be too long of a Johnny. We got the shorty in there. Wow, that sucks. The guy has to put that bolt back in. I feel bad for him. I definitely didn't just take the whole under tray off to find this. Got some new wheels. Kind of looking sick. Now we got all the room to work with here. This is a mess. Bro, are we making milkshakes in this engine? Should do our best to ignore what's going on there and focus on the actual task at hand, which I believe we're fully ready to work on now. Let's take a look. Yeah, that should be enough space to get that loose, get it back in. If I somehow strip this like a fucking idiot, it'd be fairly easy to get out. These, don't you dare. These are the gaskets we're replacing. I actually don't think that both of these are gonna be in there because I don't have the oil cooler. I think it's just this bigger one, but they also give us a bunch of random other parts. Like, we got bolts. We got this connector. I don't think I've ever seen anyone replace this, so I'm gonna leave it if I can. I don't want to mess with that if I don't have to, but have the extra part in case I need it. Intake manifold O-rings. It's not really coming off enough for me to actually access these to put them in, I don't think. If I can reach to get the new ones in, I'll put them in. If not, I don't really care. More bolts and engine oil cooler O-ring. I don't have the oil cooler, so I don't need that. This filter's got to come out. Oil that's left in there has to be drained. Supposedly we can leave the coolant full, can leave the oil full. You don't have to drain anything to do this job because this is the highest part of the engine. Really shouldn't be too much left up here. You still want to make sure you cover up your belt just in case anything does come down. You don't want oil on your belt. Seems our bag must have blown away in the wind. I probably shouldn't be able to do this by hand, but quite convenient. I got most of it. One more time should do it. Guess I'll start trying to crack the intake manifold free. I gotta get this coolant line off too. I'll see if I can find all these first. Getting all all these out without dropping them seems pretty tricky. Getting them back on is probably even worse. It's gonna have pretty limited movement with the charge pipe still connected to the throttle body. All this just to get to one bolt. It's barely off the studs, but now you can see I have just enough room to get this back there and go on there. It's tighter than I want it to be for this one that I don't have the correct bit for. Gonna have to make it work. Why the fuck is it green, dude? I put blue in there. There's probably some other bullshit in there before. Whatever. Oh, thank you. I got that bottom one pretty far along. I'm not fully able to get my hand in there. Oh, that's about out though. Finger burner. Unforeseen obstacle. Flangeless coolant hose is in the way of this bolt, so I'm actually gonna have to take these two things out of here. Once I get that out, this bolt come out. I don't want that to happen yet. Come off. Oh, maybe okay, we're good. We don't have to take that off. I do not see any cracks or anything wrong with this thing. Mixed with that, look at how clean this is already. I believe I just wasted a ton of time. I'm gonna put the new gasket in anyways. I'm in here. Yeah, I'm 99% sure that this was replaced. Watch this brand new gasket come out. Pretty stiff. I don't think it would all come out in one piece this easily if it wasn't at least somewhat newer. These could have been induced after the fact because I was just squeezing it. You can see some splits in it. Maybe it is getting a little brittle. Make me feel a little bit better about it myself. I'm gonna get this cleaned out. Thankfully, it's not too dirty. And then get this cleaned up. Thankfully, also not too dirty. And then clean this area up as much as I can. A little bit back there. And put this back together. The more I look at this, the more I see like actual wet oil coming down to here. And that's ultimately coming down onto the inlet and probably leaking all down here, making it look like head gasket leakage. Does that look like there's oil and coolant mixed together? Maybe from taking this apart. I don't know. That's up for interpretation. I just gotta get this thing back together. Sure, there was a little bit of cross-contamination when I took this apart because I didn't take it right apart, but it'll sort itself out, right? I got the outside of the housing cleaned up best I could. It was certainly caked on the back here, so it's a lot better than it was. And we got the new gasket here, which visual inspection, see this old one is very swollen. Looks like you could see where these little nipples used to be. They're no longer there. And this one feels like a rubber band. This one feels hard. So I guess it probably actually was time to replace this. I no longer actually feel bad for ripping this whole thing apart for what was seeming to be no reason. This very well, like I said, could be the culprit for all this oil I'm finding down here. I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit before I put this back together so I can monitor to see if that comes back or not. Don't think it will, to be honest. Got the gasket lubricated, got the inside of where it sits as clean as I could. Now we're just gonna push it into place. Fits quite nicely. I guess that other one wasn't new because just look at the way this one sits in here. Set back in place roughly. You can see the gap that there is through the camera. That's kind of crazy. Once this is torqued all the way down, it is gonna sit flush. Got our new bolts sitting over here. I'm gonna get these put in there. Obviously, short one goes in the bottom, longest one goes in the top, medium goes in the back. And it is starting to get chilly and the clouds are coming, so I think I'm fighting some rain here. Gonna try to just throw this back together really quickly. I have no idea what's going on. I just pulled this out of the bottom of my car. The other day when I was under my car, I found another rag and I see some right here. What the fuck? Most of the car's put back together. Just trying to race the rain here, see if I can get this map sensor put in real quick, but I can't figure out what size these bolts are. If they're like Allen or not, I don't know. Luis just had to come to the rescue. Got the OEM out. Here's the upgraded one. Got this wiring harness from Berger Motorsports. Otherwise, if you don't have this, you have to reach your hands down here and attempt to rewire this with like no space at all. This should just be plug and play in terms of plug it into both ends, put it in, retune the car, and it should be good. Snaps right in. Grease this bad boy up. Son of a bitch, dude. Nice snap. I've been looking for like 15 minutes for this T25 to finish this job. How the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna get this bolt tight. I'm gonna get this pan back on here and we're gonna retune this sucker. So I have not flashed my car since MHD came out with the new app. I don't know really what any of the differences are here. Thankfully, retuning my car is going to get rid of this message every single time I go to pop up my error messages. The map sensor that I replaced, I don't actually think is going to get rid of this code because it's on the intake manifold, so I think I need to get the intake manifold map sensor or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's technically called, so we're going to go with that. 3.5 bar. I think everything is good. We'll see. It usually goes pretty fast after the car's already tuned. It's been a day or two. Car's running good. No leaks out of the new oil filter housing gasket. Car's running good with the new map sensor. However, I may have forgot to bleed my coolant system, which I'm pretty excited to show you guys how this works. I was worried about my coolant color, but it actually does look exactly like this, so that's all good. So now that that's full to about where you can't really pull it up anymore, go into the car, key in, just like you're tuning the car, put it to the on position, heat, full power, 10-second throttle. That worked right. We have an absolute mess going on. Fuck, maybe I'm supposed to have that screw in. I might have messed up. Don't be like me. Make sure this stays relatively full. Go for about 10 minutes. That's why the battery tender's hooked up. Once it stops, no air bubbles should be coming out of here anymore, but I'm gonna keep my eye on this for the next bit. It took about 10 minutes. I just got the battery disconnected, and I actually had to do this twice because about halfway through the first round I closed the car door, which made the key stop for some reason, so I had to completely restart the process. Other than that, it took about 10 minutes all the way through the second time. Should be good to go. Oil should be full. I'm gonna bring some with me just in case. None really came out of here, and I don't know if I overfilled it or not before, so we'll just go off whatever the computer says.
Feeling like I ain't a boss, feeling like I ain't a baller. I can't complain. Shawty, she been in the lush. Shawty, she lost in the sauce. She on a plane. I just get brain and get guap. I just get brain and get guap. This life is insane. This life is a dream and I like. This shit I like it a lot. I see through the pain. This life is a dream and I like. This shit I like it.